Hey guys, Jester here. Today I'm going to be going over Dungeon 115. This is going to be titled Raiders of the Black Ice, and it is a adventure set in the Blackmoor setting of Greyhawk. It's a low level, levels 1 to 5, and I'm going to read you a little bit of the background, what it says here, and then we'll get into it. This is by Wolfgang Bauer. The lands to the north of civilization are cold, inhospitable, and in the case of the land of black ice, supernaturally dangerous. This massive ebon glacier looms at the crown of the world, shielding untold secrets from the light of the sun and serving as the home of countless unique and often terrifying creatures. Called Frostfell by some and Death by others, it is a land of cruelty and desolation incarnate. Raiders of the Black Ice is designed for a party of 4 third-level characters. Ideally, the group should include a character that has the track feat. This adventure features many rules and creatures detailed in Frostburn, Mastering the Perils of Ice and Snow, published by Wizards of the Coast. A copy of Frostburn might be helpful to clear up situations that may arise during play with an inventive group of players, but all the rules to play this adventure are provided here. Adventure background. Every year, villagers on the outskirts of Blackmoor turn their eyes to the north, fearing the arrival of the Black Ice Raiders. Every year, the raiders come, plunder a few outlying settlements, and return to the Black Ice with their spoils. This year, the raiders came and stayed. In early winter, they took the coastal village of Tonsberg as their own, killing all who opposed them. Slowly, they sent small groups of captured villagers inland onto the Black Ice to a hidden stronghold. The number of villagers remaining is now a fraction of what it was, and those who remain are largely women, the elderly, and children. All are terrorized by the raiders, their wargs, and their snow goblin lackeys. Not everyone stayed and suffered. One villager escaped, taking skis for the long trip to seek help for his enslaved fellow villagers. But the winter is harsh, and the villager's body lies dead, frozen solid, less than a dozen feet from his destination. Only the written plea clenched in his hands explains his purpose. His luminous prepondency, Archbaron Bestmo of Blackmoor, seems not to care, and has outright refused to send any of his small private army to help the village of Tonsborg until spring. True heroes have an opportunity to chase the raiders out of town, and then pursue them to their icy lair. Adventure synopsis. A desperate cry for help alerts the PCs to the fact that bands of raiders have overwhelmed the remote village of Tonsborg. Upon traveling to the village, they find the place nearly depopulated, save for a few remaining villagers and a band of raiders led by a frost folk, one of a race of monstrous humanoids with the ability to fire blasts of icy mist from their eyes. After rescuing the villagers and defeating these raiders, the PCs track the main bulk of the raider party across the infamous land of black ice, encountering the perils of the frozen north in the form of deadly cold and dangerous creatures. The raiders' trail eventually leads the heroes to a citadel the raiders have built from the black ice itself. The PCs must find a way into this citadel if they wish to rescue the surviving villagers, but in so doing, they come up against a deadly frostfolk mystic known as the Black Shaman. So, overall, this is a really good adventure, especially if being that it's set in the Blackmoor setting, which is, to my knowledge, not even ever touched on in regular standard Greyhawk material. And obviously, the land of, or the Blackmoor territory was originally Rob Kuntz's. I believe it was Rob Kuntz, from his own campaign. And maybe I might have the wrong writer there, but in any case, it wasn't Gygax's. It was somebody else's, and uh, and so it was a completely different setting. But the history was there, so they incorporated um, something similar into the world of Greyhawk, stuck it up there up north, where it's really really cold. Um, but no modules that was written for World of Greyhawk had anything to do with Blackmoor. So the fact that we have this information here, I love it to death. Um, there are so many things good about this. It gives you the location, and it gives you maps of the area right there. You've got the village of Tonsborg right there, and I mean it's a third edition, which you guys know me. I don't care for third or fourth edition at all. But it is what it is. The one thing that I really, really don't like about this module is it seemed like once they got into third edition, and especially when Wizards took over, being that Forgotten Realms was starting to become their baby, every writer seemed to want to kind of cross over Forgotten Realms stuff into Greyhawk, and I really don't like that. Case in point here, you've got a nimble right in this module. Okay, nimble rights are straight up Forgotten Realms. I'm sorry, Forgotten Realms is a mechanical fantasy world. It's got magic in it, but it's a lot of robots and crap in it. And the Greyhawk is not that. I mean, I know you've got the expedition to the Barrier Peaks, where you've got the spaceship that fell, and so they got to deal with that. But which I don't like that either. Never ran it, never will. I'll never play that. That to me, that's not Greyhawk. Greyhawk, there is no room for mechanical crap in it, or spaceships, or science fiction, all that. Okay, that to me is not Greyhawk. That's my own personal belief. If you like it, more power to you. But in any case, but yeah, they started doing all this kind of crossover stuff between Greyhawk and Forgotten Realms, and it's like, nah, that's just not my cup of tea, guys. So other than the nimble right being in here, it was a pretty kick-ass little module. Like I said, excellent maps and of the area and the town and whatnot, and the fact that this area of Greyhawk really wasn't covered, other than just mentions here and there about things. But yeah, if you guys want to do something up in that area, or even if you want to go beyond and you want to pass through, this is a great little module. Like I said, Dungeon 115. So check it out. You won't be disappointed. You can always convert the nimble right into something else, some other creature from Monster Manual. I know I would, and have, and so in any case, thanks for watching, guys. As always, I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit the notification bell, the like button, and the subscribe button. Share to all your friends. And till next time, and as always, see you soon.